Hi there everybody and welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In. This is episode 49, which means on Tuesday it is going to be episode 50, and I'm very excited to be bringing you another quiz night tonight though. The rounds we're going to be doing this evening are back up in the corner again where they belong. We're back with a Facebook frame again. It is behaving itself once more, so I'm happy to have all my nice little graphics around me to show you a little bit about what you're looking at right now, and in case anybody new is going to be watching, you can get familiar with this, and I'll be talking about them later on through the episode. I hope you're all doing well. Stick with us. It's going to be a pub quiz with 4 quiz rounds, 3 on this video, and then a picture round will be shared after the show, and then you can do that in your own time, and I'll put the answers in the comments as soon after as I can. The first thing I always do though, as I always say at the start of every episode pretty much, is I want to share the link out there of this video, and I'd very much like those people joining early to do the same. So please join me in firstly tapping that like button and all those good emojis. Get that in nice and early, because all those help spread the show in front of more people across Facebook. That's the Facebook algorithm. It works based off of interactions a video has, so the more we get of those, the more people could potentially see this quiz and get involved, and that'd be a lot of fun. So I'm sharing it out there now, and tap that share button as well to share it with all of your friends and family, or any groups that you might want to share it with. That would be fantastic. And let's bring some more people into the quiz family we have here. Get in the comments as well. Start that conversation going. Now I've shared everything, I will be joining you all in just a moment to say hello and read your comments and give you shout outs. This is the second Sunday quiz we're doing during lockdown 2. Normally I just do these on a Tuesday night, but because the pub is shut as well at the King's Head and Bell, where I normally host my quizzes in Abingdon, obviously it's closed with this lockdown, so as a result of that I'm doing 2 a week. So we've got the Sunday night quiz, and then we've got a Tuesday one coming up. Hello to Tad, hello to Jackie Brown, welcome along. Been a while since I've seen you in the comments, Jackie. Thanks for tuning in, hope you're well. Sue Harrison's here, she says, hi, the donuts have arrived. Wonderful, you are here. And of course with the donut emoji, I like it. So yes, thank you. Get in the comments, guys. There's some of you joining, which is always good to see early doors. 10 minutes until we officially start, but I always start the show a little bit earlier on so that we can welcome some of you who are ready to go. Hi to Roz as well, just seen your face pop up. Devises Uno is with tonight's topic, and Charlotte is working on an appropriate team name. I dread to think. I do miss calling your team names out though at the pub, I have to say, to Charlotte, very much so. The tonight's topic is team. I always come up with very funny topics for whatever tonight's is. Normally at work, Jackie, I know you are. I know, honestly, working when I'm hosting a quiz. How rude. How rude, honestly. Who do we blame for that, eh? Right, I'm going to pour out my beer because I just realised I hadn't done that yet. I'm on a Beer 52 one tonight. Not sponsored or anything, but this is a cherry one. Cherry Hero, it's called. And it's definitely cherry, looking at the colour of it. I'm not entirely convinced I'm going to like this, but hey, we give it a try. We give it a try. Anybody else having a cheeky beverage this evening? Let me know in the comments what you're drinking tonight. I know it's a school night, but hey. Tracy's here. She says, good evening all. Anybody else excited for I'm a Celebrity after this? What time do we need to finish by so you can tune in to watch that? Or is it going to be overlapping? Because I got a horrible feeling these shows are going to be affecting my live viewers. I really do, which is a shame. But hopefully it doesn't start until after this. We'll see. But let me know. Jason says, hi, Chris. Hello to Jason. Hope you're doing well. Good to see people joining in early. We do like to see that so we can start talking about things. I've posted today the last of my pre-prepared TikTok quiz videos I've been doing, so that's what this is all about here. I recorded another 5 quick quiz episodes, so it's 1 question per video and you've got 10 seconds to answer it, and then I say the answer at the end of the video, and they've been going down really well. I've been quite happy actually with the numbers they're getting, as considering I'm very new to that whole platform. So if you do have TikTok, do check it out. Obviously it's at Big Quiz Night In, like everything else is, but that's been a lot of fun, something different to do video wise. The England game's on too. I know, Jeff. Yeah, I was kind of holding off talking about it in case suddenly people dropped off and went, oh, England are playing, what? And it is actually a game that counts tonight because it's the Nations League, isn't it? It's not a pointless friendly like that last one we did against Ireland. I don't know why they're doing friendlies. The Nations League was supposed to replace friendlies. That's how I read it when they first announced the Nations League, so that every game a country played mattered. But now they're doing friendlies as well as the Nations League, and it's just what? Why? It is honestly, especially during this pandemic as well, ridiculous. So yeah, but anyway, hopefully they all play well and they don't get any injuries. Don't worry, Jeff. I didn't warn anybody or say anything. I knew somebody would bring it up. It's no problem. People will watch. If they really were fussed about the football, then they'll be watching it. So don't worry. I think you could always have the football in the background with the sound off and take part in the quiz and just keep an eye on the football, because it's not like it's the World Cup final or anything. We're going to qualify. So let's just, keep it on in the background if you want to. That's fine. Yeah, that is very strange. I'm not entirely convinced about that beer. We'll see. Tracy says, I always record stuff and watch it later so you can fast forward through the adverts, so we'll be here till the end. Fantastic. That's exactly how you should do it. Love it. Thank you, Tracy. I mean, obviously people can re-watch these as well, because I do post them up afterwards, but live is where it's at, isn't it? So we can have a chat in the comments, surely. Tonight's topic is cheesy animal jokes. Fantastic. I look forward to this. All right. I don't mind as long as they're family friendly. I say hesitantly because I know in the potluck round tonight there's, I won't say naughty words, but there's a couple of slightly risque words which I wouldn't normally put in, but they're very tame, so I hope you don't mind. Jeff says I have, and the NFL. Oh my goodness. Okay, fair play. I'm not really into NFL myself. Obviously I picked up a lot of trivia on it over the years. There may even be some in the sports round tonight. I can't remember, to be honest, but we'll find out soon enough. Good evening to Junior. Welcome along. Glad you could join us too. I guess that's half a dozen coming on board. We've got 6 minutes until we start. 6 minutes to go. Excited about episode 50 on Tuesday. Big milestone for the channel. I never thought I'd have to do, or I would be doing, as many episodes as I have done. And then I kind of decided I would carry them on as well as doing the pub quiz, and then I'm back to doing 2 a week now. So the numbers, I guess, are going to go up. But this is the first big milestone for the live shows. So yeah, I'm quite excited about it. I hope we get a good turnout as well. Good evening to Luke. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Always nice to have you. Plenty of top fan badges showing up in the comments at the moment. That's nice to see. We welcomed, hi to Vernier as well, a new top fan, as those who were in the group will have seen, I hope, by now. James from Keep Calm and Listen In has joined the top fan elite. So he's got himself a top fan badge at last, which means that Facebook are giving them back out again. So if you get a top fan badge for the group, let me know as soon as you do, and I'll invite you to the top fan group where you get early notifications on things happening, all thing quiz related, about the subjects for each quiz before it happens. And I share my little quiz in there every week as well, which is on Lima. I'm wearing the branded merch again that I won the other day for one of my posts, which was great. But in particular, I'm wearing this for a very particular reason tonight, and I'll go into that just before we start at 8 o'clock, I think. Although, again, top fans, and I'm sure anybody else that's a fan of the page has seen what that's about already, but I do want to talk about it on the show too. Who else have we got joining us this evening, I wonder? If you haven't said hello in comments, don't be shy. First round tonight will be TV and films. This will be the standard run of things for Sunday quizzes, because that's what we would do at the pub on Sunday nights. We would do, at the pub at least, we do TV and films, we do sport, a picture round, which will be shared after the show, and the music round, which I've already shared on Lima. So if you fancy listening to the music round, I've shared it already. You can listen to it after the show if you haven't done so. Just have a look for the link in my previous posts, and the top fan group will have already seen it too. Hey to Sarah. Glad you could join us. Andy seemed to think when he did the music round earlier on that his fellow Back in Black team members would have got the missing answers that he couldn't work out. But you do have to work out the films these songs are from as well. That's the difference in the music round this week. 1 point for the artist, 1 point for the title or group. The artist, group, the title. So a point each for those. That's 30 points. But then you get a point for each song if you guess the film that they were first from. So there's some great songs in that music round. So do check it out. If you have trouble finding the link for any reason, Either download Lima and follow me there at Big Quiz Night In, or just ping me on message and I'll send you the link directly. Freddie's Fickos are here too. Thank you for joining. Owen, hope you and Linda are well. And whoever else may be in your team tonight. Good evening from a stormy Blackpool. It's the Blackpool Bar Stewards. Chris is here. Welcome, guys. Welcome along. Owen says we were rubbish on the films. Yeah, I saw your comment. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. But still, you'll kick yourself when you hear some of those answers. I'm sure you will. Because they're big films, a lot of them. Sarah says we'll take a listen after this. Been busy, I'm sure you mean. Busy. Community day and other shizzle all day. Interesting. We've spent pretty much all day in our pyjamas. I got dressed for this. I have no shame admitting that. I very nearly wanted to just sit here in my pyjamas too. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, but that was nice. Spending some time with the kids, playing games and stuff. That's good. Team Danger have arrived. Welcome to Gary and the rest of the team. Martin says, good evening, Chris and everyone. Let's get quizzical. I'm in the hoose. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. We've got a fair few of the regular teams here, which is great. Freddie's Fickos are only a team of 2. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Owen. So, that's good. All right. 1 more minute to go then. So, for those of you who've missed it, Community Day was done from my sofa. Oh, okay. That's all right, Sarah. And we've got Team Bath here. Chris, good evening, Chris. Dave Brown is here. Dave and Teresa, fantastic. Well, as I said last time, I'm sorry that you're not open and able to work at the minute, Dave, but it's great to see you here. Thanks for joining. And hello to both of you. So, as I mentioned across various other posts, very exciting before I start, I'm now verified on Lima. Got just over 100 followers. That's another reason why I wanted to wear the merch today. It's a huge thing for Big Quiz Night In. And the rewards that I can reap as being an advocate of their platform, which is also something they've launched recently, is really quite exciting. So I'm sure more news on that as I know specifically what those rewards are beyond the merch that I'm likely to get and things like that. But it's great, and it's a testament to, you know, all the hard work I try and put in for this channel and across the different social media platforms. To now be verified on any social media platform is massive. Massive. Even if from all you can see it just looks like I've got a blue Lima logo next to Big Quiz Night In as opposed to the yellow one, it means a lot more than that. So yeah, thank you to everybody that follows me there and for your support on the Lima platform. It's great, and do check it out if you haven't done so. First round is TV and films, guys. I think everybody watching knows how this works, but for those of you who may be watching a repeat of this, or if you're watching and you haven't got in the comments and you haven't told me you're new to the quiz, I'm going to read out the 15 questions. Once I read out the questions, you can ask me if you want any repeats. There are 15 questions per round. So you can always say if you want me to repeat a question, and I'll do the repeats at the end. Once we've done that, I'll then go through the answers. Do not put any answers in the comments, okay? You just need to make a note of them. And then when we get to the end and I read out the answers, you mark your own, and then you see how many points you've got. And if you've got a team name, put your team name along with your score in the comments. We'll celebrate with those who did well and we'll commiserate with those who didn't do so well. But remember, like I always say, it is just for fun, okay? You don't have to put anything in the comments if you don't want to. Just play along and see how well you do. And, oh, Sarah says she caught 5 shinies. I haven't played Pokemon Go in ages. I must go back into it. It's been a good week or so since I logged back in. But excellent work. Yeah, I did hear it was Community Day. I'm just so out of touch of the terminology of it. I forget to even log into it. Too busy trying to take over the world on TikTok and Lima and Twitter and Instagram. Sally's here. Hi, Sally and Susie Carter here. We are newbies. Tell us if we need to do anything. Oh, well, that's great to hear. Thank you for joining. I think, as I just said, really, you just listen in, write down your answers, don't put them in the comments, and we'll see how well you do when I go through the answers at the end. Hopefully the explanation I just gave before I read that was enough for you. Then we'll go from there. So each of the 3 rounds, the top 3 rounds up here, we'll do tonight on the live show, which will take just over an hour. And then we'll do the picture round, which is something I post separately. Okay? And you'll get to see that post come up on the Big Quiz Night In page. You can have a look at that, put some answers in the comments if you want to have a guess, and just keep an eye out for the real answers when I post them in there later. And there's a music round I've shared as well. So, yeah, there's stacks of free quiz stuff if you would like to, and I'll talk more about this channel as we progress. So, TV and films, question number 1. Who played the title role in Shaun of the Dead? TV and films, that's question number 1. Who played the title role in Shaun of the Dead? Make a note of your answers. Do not put them in the comments. Yeah, this beer I'm drinking, Cherry Hero, it is an acquired taste. I'm going to drink it because it's from Beer52, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to drink a free beer. Well, a beer from them. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. Question number 2. What are the names of Bob and Helen Parr's 3 incredible children? What are the names of Bob and Helen Parr's 3 incredible children? Incredible being the important word in that sentence, shall we say. What are the names of Bob and Helen Parr's 3 incredible children? You get 1 point for each. Have a think about that. And then we'll do question number 3. Question number 3, this is not just food, this is whose food? Yeah, Owen says there are some very strange beers from Beer52. Yeah, I recently changed mine to be all light beers as opposed to light and dark for various reasons. But yeah, you do get some odd ones. They come from all over the world though. Credit to them, they get a good mix every month. I do have golden tickets, by the way. If you fancy a free crate of beer from beer52.com, again, I'm not sponsored by them because I'm a member and have been for a while. I just get all these golden tickets, and it means you get a free crate, free delivery. First come, first serve. Just send me a message. I've got loads. I think I've got 5 more vouchers. And one of them I've got printed here. The rest of them are all digital. But they sent me that one in the box. Question number 3, I'm going to repeat for you again. This is not just food, this is whose food, according to their advertising campaigns. This is not just food, this is whose food. Right. Jack says, Ovaltine is back. You'll be pleased to hear. I am, yes. Slowly reminding myself of the team that is Ovaltine. Thank you for coming back. If you missed any of the early questions, let me know at the end of this round. Owen says, mine are all light too, most really good, but some shocking. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Question number 4 then for 3 points. Characters from the TV shows called Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family lived in which American cities? 1 point for each then. Characters from the TV shows called Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family lived in which American cities? 1 point for each. Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family. If you are new and you're watching this quiz, you've not played along before, just keep making notes of the answers. Don't put them in the comments. And the other thing you can do is, once the show's finished, there's a link in the description. There are 2 links in the description of this video. One is for the nominated charity of Secret Santa 365, which is very important to the Oxfordshire area in particular, where I live. And they do a lot of hard work over this time of year in particular, but generally all year round. They help a lot of people out. So click that link and have a look. And if you do wish to donate anything towards the running of the quiz, then just donate some money their way. I'll tell you about the other link after this. Question number 5. Which film came first, Rango or Wreck-It Ralph? Which film came first, Rango or Wreck-It Ralph? So the other link in the description of this video and all my videos recently is what's called a link tree. Because I've got several different ways of supporting me across different social media platforms, I used to have a link for each of them in the description of the video, so you could click them all and go to whichever ones you want. But the link tree is a way of consolidating all of those onto one handy little page. So you just click that and then you can follow whichever you want. Twitter, Instagram, Lima, as I mentioned. Loads of different things there. So do, yeah, go that way as well if you like to support me and follow me in other places. Question number 6 is for 3 points. Who performed the theme tunes to Die Another Day, Spectre, and the, I won't say soon to be released, but the latest Bond movie that hasn't been released yet, No Time to Die? Who performed the theme tunes to Die Another Day, Spectre, and No Time to Die? 1 point for each. I will no doubt give you my opinion on those 3 songs when we go through the answers. I am very much a James Bond fan, but like all music and films, it's all very subjective, what you like and what you don't like. So it'll be interesting to hear what you think about those as well when we go to the answers. So Die Another Day, Spectre, and No Time to Die. Who sang those theme tunes? Question 7. Which singer played the secret agent Foxy Cleopatra on film? Which singer played the secret agent Foxy Cleopatra on film? Owen says, love No Time to Die. Yeah. I guess I can talk about that without giving anything away. But yeah, I'm surprised with that one. I like it too. I'm surprised. I'm not too much of a fan in general of the artist that's behind that, but that is a pretty good Bond song. Question number 8 now. This is a fun question. Okay, I love this film. Okay, question number 8. For 5 points, what are the 5 Ds of dodgeball? What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball? 1 point for each. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. I must go back and watch it again. So funny. What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball? Okay, you will get a bit of thinking time at the end of a round because I'll always do repeats of questions. So if I do rush through, it's just to keep things moving, but you will have thinking time as we go. Question 9. On which island were Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and David Schwimmer shipwrecked? On which island were Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and David Schwimmer shipwrecked? For 1 point, all 3 of them on the same island. On which island were Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and David Schwimmer shipwrecked? That's a word I have to say carefully when I'm live. David Schwimmer shipwrecked. All right. Question number 10 for 2 more points. What are the TV presenters' Ant and Dec's surnames? What are the TV presenters' Ant and Dec's surnames? 1 point for each. It's interesting. We talked about the fact that I'm a Celebrity starts tonight, or is on tonight. I don't really watch it ever, so I'm sure you mean starts tonight. And we also talked about the fact that England are playing tonight. We've actually got more people tuning in now than we did on the last quiz night, Tuesday last week, where there was nothing really on live happening that I remember. So that's great. Thank you for tuning in. Do tell a friend if you're new and you enjoy yourselves here. Invite more people. Let's do that. That's good fun. The more the merrier. Question number 11 now. What species of dinosaur was the first seen alive in Jurassic Park? What species of dinosaur was the first seen alive in Jurassic Park? We've been introducing the kids to the Jurassic Park films. My 2 are 7 and 9. We were up to the 3rd one we watched yesterday, which I actually quite like. Nothing compares to the first one. The second one's not that great at all. Didn't really like that much. But the 3rd one's all right. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty cool in places. So yeah, that's been fun. But we're up to Jurassic World now, which again, I think, yeah, they've been really good. I like the new ones. Question 12 now. Question 12 is for 3 points. Which 3 westerns directed by Sergio Leone starred Clint Eastwood? International games shouldn't be happening at the moment. Absolutely, Owen. Yeah, they should not be happening, especially the friendlies. Oh, I had a moan about that at the start of the quiz. Especially the friendlies. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Which 3 westerns directed by Sergio Leone starred Clint Eastwood? 1 point for each. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's all about the money, though. All about the money. TV rights, sponsorship deals, everything. That's why it's all come back. Elite sports, okay, to carry on, but everything else, no. There's no money in that, no. No, I do miss going up to see Spurs play, though, my team. I know Owen will probably feel the same. Owen Linda, I'm sure. It just sucks. So I'm grateful we get to watch them, but yeah, international football definitely shouldn't be played right now. Question 13. Now, question 13. Who provides the acting link between La La Land, Crazy Stupid Love, and Superbad? Who provides the acting link between La La Land, Crazy Stupid Love, and Superbad? For 1 point, who provides that link? Yeah, I saw some footage over on Twitter of one of the last big football games we played with all the fans in cheering, and it's just looking at it going, oh, it's going to be so long before we're allowed back. Yeah, we'll get there though. Question 14. This one's for 3 points. Question 14. Chadwick Boseman, Tom Hardy, and Ben Affleck played which Marvel comic book characters on film? Chadwick Boseman, Tom Hardy, and Ben Affleck played which Marvel comic book characters on film? 1 point for each. 3 different Marvel comic book characters. You got 1 more question left in this round, so if you do need me to repeat any questions, let me know in the comments and I will do that for you. Chadwick Boseman, Tom Hardy, and Ben Affleck played which Marvel comic book characters on film? Okay, finally, the last question in TV and films. Question 15. Put these film franchises into the correct order with the most money grossed first. Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, Fast and the Furious. Put these film franchises into the correct order with the most money grossed first. Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Fast and Furious. So that's the last question. I'm going to go back up and do repeats now. So Jenny has asked for number 6 to be repeated. So that's the James Bond question. Who performed the theme tunes to Die Another Day, Spectre, and No Time to Die? 1 point for each. Tracy's asked for number 4. So question number 4 was characters from the TV shows called Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family lived in which American cities? Number 9 for Mark, okay. Number 9 was, on which island were Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and David Schwimmer all shipwrecked? No problem there with those repeats. Any more, let me know. In a moment, I'll go through the answers. You can mark your own, obviously, and let me know in the comments how well you all did. Okay. Doesn't look like any more repeats coming in. That's fine. Okay, let's go through the answers then for the TV and films round and see how well you did. So, question number 1. Who played the title role in Shaun of the Dead? It is Simon Pegg. Question 2. What are the names of Bob and Helen Parr's 3 incredible children? They are Violet, Dash, or Dashelle, and Jack Jack. Obviously from the Incredibles films. Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack. Owen says, as proved earlier, we are rubbish on films. Oh dear. All right. Question 3. This is not just food. This is Marks and Spencer. Marks and Spencer's food we were looking for there. Question 4. Characters from the TV shows called Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and Modern Family lived in which American cities? New York, Pasadena, and Los Angeles. Question 5. Which film came first, Rango or Wreck-It Ralph? With 2011 compared to 2012, Rango was first. That's the one with Johnny Depp voicing the chameleon character. Pretty good film actually. Who performed, for number 6, the theme tunes to Die Another Day, Spectre, and No Time to Die? Die Another Day was by Madonna. Probably, in my opinion, the worst Bond film. Well, maybe not the worst Bond film, but the worst theme song for a Bond film ever. Spectre next, Sam Smith. Sam Smith did the song for Spectre. Another one I really didn't like. And No Time to Die was by Billie Eilish, which, as Owen and I were discussing earlier on, it's not bad actually. That's pretty good. Yeah. I'm much more of a fan of more classic Bond. And the songs that go with it. Probably, there's a couple more I like out of that. I mean, there's a lot of good songs for Bond themes, but GoldenEye actually is probably my favourite. Just throwing it out there. Okay, question number, where are we now? Question number 7. Also a slight kind of connection to Bond films, but only because Foxy Cleopatra was a character from an Austin Powers movie, Goldmember, and Austin Powers was of course inspired by Bond in many ways. So the singer that played Foxy Cleopatra on film was Beyonce. Question 8. What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball? Yes, Sarah, Chris Cornell was epic as well. I didn't want to spend too much time talking about the subject, but yeah. You Know My Name by Chris Cornell was epic. Definitely a good one. Yeah, Skyfall, another good one. Yep. And then you got all the Shirley Bassey ones, which I loved as well, classics. Yeah, I could talk all day about Bond, really. I don't know. The 5 Ds of dodgeball, though, are dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. You had to be aware of the fact dodge crops up twice in the 5 Ds of dodgeball, so you can get 1 point for each. But duck, dip, and dive were the others. The 5 Ds of dodgeball, and it's 1 point for each. Question number 9. I wonder how many of you slipped up on this one. On which island were Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and David Schwimmer shipwrecked? It is Madagascar, because they all voiced characters in the animated Madagascar movie. Bit of a tricky question with that one, but yeah, hopefully you managed to work that one out if you'd been aware of those films. Question 10, Ant and Dec's surnames. It is Ant McPartlin and Declan Donnelly. 1 point for each. Question 11, which species of dinosaur was the first seen alive in Jurassic Park? It was the Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus. I would say that's like an iconic moment in the movie, but really the whole film is. Let's be real here. Question 12. The 3 Western movies directed by Sergio Leone, and they were starring Clint Eastwood: The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, A Fistful of Dollars, and A Few Dollars More. Question 13. Who provides the acting link between La La Land, Crazy Stupid Love, and Superbad? It is Emma Stone. Question 14. Chadwick Boseman, Tom Hardy, and Ben Affleck played which Marvel comic book characters on film? Chadwick Boseman, until he passed, very, very sad that he passed recently, was Black Panther. Tom Hardy is playing Venom, and Ben Affleck played Daredevil on film. If you put Batman is a DC Comics character, not Marvel. So the answer there is Daredevil. With the movie version of it. Clint Eastwood is a true hero of mine. Yeah, see, you might know a lot about Clint Eastwood movies. I haven't actually seen that many of his. I'll be honest. There's a lot on my watch list, I suppose you could say. But yeah, I haven't seen many of his films. I know he's good, but I haven't seen many of his films. Right, question number 15. Put these film franchises into the correct order with the most money grossed first. Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Fast and Furious. They are in first place with $5.9 billion, the Fast and Furious franchise. In second place with $4.85 billion, it is Transformers. And in third with $4.5 billion, it is Pirates of the Caribbean. So you had to get them in that order to get your 1 point for each one. Okay? Tally up your scores. Let me know if you need me to repeat any of those answers. And when you're ready, put them in the comments. Right turn, Clyde. Yes, I do seem to remember seeing those films with the orangutan, isn't it? Yeah, that's funny. I do seem to remember seeing those as a kid. But yeah, it's been a long time since I watched films with him in. 27 points, says Tracy. That's a great score. Not bad. I think the maximum you can get in this round, 32 points is the maximum score. So 27 is good. Well done. 24 points for Cell Marketeers. Thank you, George. Owen says, I've said before, but you must watch Gran Torino. Yes, you have. You have, yeah. Team Danger, 22 points. Tony says, tonight's topic, cheesy animal jokes. Why couldn't the Shetland pony sing It Was a Little Horse? 24 points. Very good. 23 points for Blackpool Bar Stewards. 26 for Back in Black. Donuts have a score of 23. 17 for Half a Dozen. 27 points for Dave and Teresa. Well done. Freddy's Fickos, 21 points. 14 for Let's Get Quizzical. Hashtag wooden spoon. Well, it's a take a part that counts. 30 points for the Inquisitors. Very good. Susie and Sally Carter got themselves 17 points. Good effort. Not bad for your first round. Jeff says, love Gran Torino as well. Yeah, keep those scores coming in. Let's see how well you did for the rest of you. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Don't worry about it. But it's nice to see your scores coming in so we can have a chat about it. Inquisitors fell down on Blimmin' Transformers. Oh no. Yeah, I think the difference maker is that Fast and the Furious have had more movies that have all done pretty well, particularly since the fourth one. So it's gonna have been them. Yeah, and they're making, I think, 2 more Fast and the Furious movies now. Dave says the daughter's good at films. Okay, fair play. Well, the next round then is potluck. So general knowledge, 15 questions, any other random subject that you wouldn't necessarily get in the likes of TV and films and sport. So yeah, lots of different things to be asked about here. And let's see how you go. Team Bath coming in there saying 23 points for them. That's another good score. Well done. Good job. Okay, again, if you haven't put your score in yet, feel free to do so. I'll give you a shout out if you do. But the potluck round is round number 2. So let's move on to that now. Question number 1. What is the national animal of Spain? What is the national animal of Spain? Same rules apply to this round. 15 questions. 1 point for each, unless otherwise stated. We'll do repeats at the end as well. What is the national animal of Spain? Question number 2. Which birds gather collectively in an unkindness? I'll give you multiple choice for this one. Is it vultures, crows, or ravens? Which birds gather collectively in an unkindness? Is it vultures, crows, or ravens? You choose one. Write that down. Vultures, crows, or ravens? For question number 3, this is for 2 points. Which 2 dog breeds combine to create a Havapoo? No, I'm not joking. Which 2 dog breeds combine to create a Havapoo? You just wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't. Why would you want to? What dog have you got? It's very cute. That's lovely. What's it called? It's a Havapoo. Why would would you? Oh dear, yeah. But which two dog breeds would that be if they were combined? I'm sure it's adorable, but it's pretty much spelt how you think it's spelt. 1 point for each. Okay, question number 4 then. This is one of those ones I kind of warned you about earlier. Is an Italian bastardo del grappa a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? Is an Italian bastardo del grappa a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? No, I'm not making this up. Is an Italian bastardo del grappa a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? Multiple choice again there. Choose one. Question number 5 now for 3 more points. Question 5. Which American cities are called Sin City, Steel City, and Emerald City? Yeah, okay. I'll put how it's spelt in the comments, because I know you're not going to just Google it, because then there'd be no point in you joining if people did that. But that's how it's spelt in the comments. If that's the one you meant, alternatively, if you meant the dog, that's in the comments now as well. So you got them both. Which American cities, for question 5, are called Sin City, Steel City, and Emerald City? 1 point for each. All right, your next question. I will repeat it again at the end, no problem. Question 6 now. What names do Americans give to a caretaker, a bogey, and brackets? What names do Americans give to a caretaker, a bogey, and brackets? 1 point for each. I haven't seen any of our American friends pop up in the comments tonight. So if you would normally have them in your teams, you're not going to be having much luck without their help. I don't know how well you'll do. We'll see. But when I say brackets, I mean what you'd find on the keyboard, those kind of brackets. Okay, so yeah, what names do Americans give to a caretaker, a bogey, and brackets? Question number 7. Physicist Brian Cox was a member of which chart-topping band? Physicist Brian Cox was a member of which chart-topping band? All right, your next question then. Question number 8. In which Italian city was Leonardo da Vinci born? In which Italian city was Leonardo da Vinci born? That's your next question there in our potluck round. Question number 9 is for 3 points. Question 9. John Travolta, the Weather Girls, and AC/DC had UK hit singles with which songs with weather conditions in their titles? John Travolta, the Weather Girls, and AC/DC had UK hit singles with which songs with weather conditions in the titles? 1 point for each. Question number 10 now. Question 10. The O2 Arena is in which London borough? The O2 Arena is in which London borough? Question 11 is for 3 more points. Which celebrity fathers named their daughters Harper 7, Daisy Boo, and Apple? For 3 points, which celebrity fathers named their daughters Harper 7, Daisy Boo, and Apple? Question number 12. Which well-known ship had the registration number NCC-1701? Which well-known ship had the registration number NCC-1701? Okay, question 13 now for 3 more points. Question 13. Who taught potions, Quidditch, and defense against dark arts to Harry Potter during his first term at Hogwarts? Who taught potions, Quidditch, and defense against dark arts to Harry Potter during his first term at Hogwarts? For 3 points. 1 point for each correct answer, as usual. All right, question number 14. This is one I'm going to put in the comments for you as well, so you understand how it's spelt, okay? Okay. The chemical symbols of which 6 elements spell farty pants when placed next to each other? It's in the comments now. The chemical symbols of which 6 elements spell the phrase farty pants when placed next to each other? FARTIPANTS. 6 elements. Name them for 1 point each. Just one more question. I'll go back and do those repeats, but let me know if you want any other repeats that you haven't asked for already in the comments. Question 15 now. Question 15. According to a 2020 survey, in total tonnage, which 5 fruits were the most popular to be sold in the world last year? According to a 2020 survey, in total tonnage, which 5 fruits were the most popular to be sold in the world last year? You don't have to put them in order, just name the top 5 fruits to be sold last year in total tonnage. Have a guess at those. I'll give you a moment to think about that. I'm going to go back now and repeat question 1. And Jenny, I think was it number 6 you wanted repeated? Just pop the number in the comments if you don't mind to remind me. But half a dozen have asked for number 1 to be repeated. That was, what is the national animal of Spain? What is the national animal of Spain for number 1? Any more repeats, let me know. I will give you a little bit of time because I know I've asked some big multiple point questions there. One thing I will say is, though, while we pass the time, this Tuesday being the 50th episode, for those who watched last week, you'll remember I did a little competition. My daughter asked a question, as she does with the first question for every Tuesday night show. And the winner, or the person who answered that correctly the quickest in the comments for that particular question, got to pick some subjects for us to do on this 50th episode on Tuesday night. Starting at the same time, about 7:45, with an 8 o'clock proper start time. And it was Sue, who's watching now. Hello again, Sue. Sue Harrison, who got that question right the quickest, and she has asked for some subjects. So I'm going to mention the kind of things she wanted, so you've got an idea of what to expect on that 50th episode. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So one of the rounds we're going to do is a 90s music trivia round. I'm going to try, because I share the music rounds through Lima, and you'll see the links to them if you haven't done so already. I'm going to try and get a 90s music round as well to share that way if I can. But we will do a 90s trivia round on the show, 90s music trivia round on the show. And she also wants some questions about soaps. So I'm going to do a kind of general knowledge kind of round, I think, and I'll throw in some questions about soaps as well. So those are the sort of things she asked for. All that and more on the 50th episode this Tuesday, same time. It's going to be fun. But yeah, 90s music trivia, and then hopefully I will have a 90s music round to share separately as well, because long time watchers will know that the Facebook police clamped down on live music being played over Facebook. I used to find ways around it, but now they're really clamping down. So I can't play music on these shows unless it's not copyright protected stuff, which means it'll never be a song that you know. So yeah, that's what we're going to try and do though on Tuesday night. And well done again to Sue for winning that little competition we did. And I might do something like that more often for future ones. If you'd like regular subjects, I'm not seeing any more repeats, by the way. Jenny, was it number 6 you wanted? I'm going to repeat that anyway, I think. If you want the opportunity to pick regular subjects for these quiz shows, you can join my Patreon. It's linked in the description, but that's why I've got this down here. You can join my Patreon, and then you can have at least one subject every month in a quiz that you want. So you can do that all the time. And if you join at a lower tier level on my Patreon, you can have a question of your choosing, put in any quiz you want as well. So yeah, all that and more, the link's in the description for that. Question 6 again was, what names do Americans give to a caretaker, a bogey, and brackets for 3 points? I'm going to go through the answers then, because I haven't seen any more repeats come in. So, here we go. Question number 1. What is the national animal of Spain? It is the bull. Question 2. Which birds gather collectively in an unkindness? Is it vultures, crows, or ravens? It is an unkindness of ravens. It's a committee of vultures and a murder of crows. Just to round that up. But unkindness of ravens for 1 point. Question 3. Which 2 dog breeds combine to create a Havapoo? It is a Havanese and a toy poodle. I'd have gone with Havatoy personally. I think that's a bit better, but yeah, that's just me. Question 4. Is an Italian Bastardo del Grappa a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? It is a type of cheese. Question 5. Which American cities are called the Sin City, Steel City, and Emerald City? Sin City is Las Vegas, Steel City is Pittsburgh, and Emerald City is Seattle. 1 point for each. Owen says Havapoos are so cute. I'm sure they are. With those 2 breeds combined, yeah, I'm sure they are. But it's a very silly name. Question 6. What names do Americans give to a caretaker, a bogey, and brackets? Caretakers are janitors, bogeys are boogers, and brackets are parentheses, which you sometimes hear them called that over here as well, but yeah, parentheses. Question 7. Physicist Brian Cox was a member of D-Ream, famously sang Things Can Only Get Better. Great karaoke song, love it. Question number 8. In which Italian city was Leonardo da Vinci born? It was in Vinci, in Tuscany. Leonardo da Vinci was born in Vinci. Question number 9. Oh, how about cootie? Cooties are germs, not bogies. Freddy's a cockapoo, which is an interesting city. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, cockapoo is an interesting one as well. Yeah. Yeah, cooties to Chris, they are germs. They're not bogies, so they are different. Equally grim, I'm sure, but yeah, they're different, I'm afraid. Always worth checking though with these things. Always worth checking. You might get an extra point. You never know. Question number 9. John Travolta, The Weather Girls, and AC/DC had UK hit singles with which songs with weather conditions in the title? John Travolta had a hit with Greased Lightning. The Weather Girls had a hit with It's Raining Men, I think their biggest song. And AC/DC's hit with weather conditions in the title was Thunderstruck. I was delighted to discover yesterday that AC/DC had a new album out. I think it's just a lot of unreleased songs from what I've heard, but at the same time, it's awesome. New AC/DC, never thought I'd see that. Question 10. The O2 Arena is in which London borough? It's the Royal Borough of Greenwich. Question 11. Which celebrity fathers name their daughters Harper 7, Daisy Boo, and Apple? Harper 7 is David Beckham's daughter. Daisy Boo is one of Jamie Oliver's, and Chris Martin for Apple. Question 12. Which well-known ship had the registration number NCC-1701? It is the Starship Enterprise off of Star Trek. Question 13. Who taught potions, Quidditch, and defense against dark arts to Harry Potter during his first term at Hogwarts? In that order, it is Professor Snape, Madam Hooch, and Professor Quirrell. 1 point for each. Question 14. The chemical symbols of which 6 elements spell farty pants when placed next to each other? It is fluorine, argon, titanium, protactinium, nitrogen, and tennessine for 6 points. Question 15. According to the 2020 survey, in total tonnage, which 5 fruits were the most popular to be sold in the world last year? We have oranges, apples, melons, bananas, and tomatoes. 1 point for each. Tally up your scores. Let me know if you need me to repeat any of them, so you can double check what you've got there. And then, yeah, we'll see how well you did. Put your answers in the comments, and then we'll move on to round number 3, which is our sports round. Axl Rose, no, he did do a stint singing for them, but he's not anymore. I think when they went, they toured for a while, and they had Axl Rose with him for a bit, but he's not. They're all back together now. All the surviving members are anyway. Tracy says they got 22 points. Good effort. 26 for Dave Brown. Team Danger, 18 points. Tonight's topic, cheesy animal jokes. What do you call a thieving alligator? A crocodile. Nah. 26 points. Good one. 23 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. The Donuts have scored 22 points. Susie and Sally have got 20 points. Freddy's Ficcos have got 30 points. That's excellent scores there. Any more before we move on to the sport round? Let me know. And somebody check up on the England score for me. Let me know what's going on in that game. Be good to know. I'm not fussed about missing watching it, to be honest, but I would like to know how we're getting on. 30 points for the Inquisitors. Another good score there. 24 for Let's Get Quizzical. 30 for Back in Black. James says, on my own, 30. Apologies for joining late. Oh, that's okay, James. I did wonder where you were. But fair play. Glad you could join us. Junior says, 22 for half a dozen. Another good score as well. I'll tell you now that the maximum score possible in this round was 35 points. 26 for Team Bath. Good score again. 2-0 to Belgium at half-time. Oh, God, I wish I didn't ask. Yeah, Ashley says, are you sure? Oh, dear. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, they were the highest-ranked team in the world. 2-0 Belgium. Yeah, thanks for that. 2-0 down. Yeah. Oh, dear. Not quite there yet, are they? Southgate's been getting a lot of stick on social media lately for his choices. Best not to ask Chris Spicer. Okay, I'm sure. It's only the Nations League, yeah, but we still need to do well in it, don't we? That's how we qualify. They still are number one, yeah. Ashley says, yeah, good team. We need a miracle, yeah. I mean, in fairness, I mean, people joke about the fact I'm a Spurs fan, as I'm sure Owen and Linda are used to hearing as well. But they've got Toby at the back, so, and you know, Jan obviously played for them, and they've got some great players, haven't they? But we do too. We've got a good squad, just not clicking, are we? They're still the highest ranked team in the world, yeah. Yeah, with good reason. I'm amazed they haven't won something yet recently. All right, so let's go on. Speaking of sport, let's go on to the sport round. And yes, Jace, it is sad news about Ray Clements. I met him once when I was 16, 20 years ago. Yeah, I met him at the Manor Ground, Oxford United's old stadium. I used to do the catering there. I worked for the catering company that ran the catering for all the VIPs. So I got to meet a lot of like famous football kind of people that came to watch Oxford play for whatever reason, and he was one of them that was there one day, and I got his autograph. Really nice guy. So I was very sad to see him pass. Yeah, and De Bruyne for Belgium as well, Owen, yeah. Accidental tagging there, Jeff, Sarah says. Yeah, possibly. We've got Eric Dyer playing at centre-back. Yeah, but well, when he's playing alongside Toby, he's good. He is good. All right. Let's move on. Sports round then. Happier things. Let's get back to the quiz. Question number 1 in the sports round. Another 15 questions coming your way. In which sport might you see an Eskimo roll? In which sport might you see an Eskimo roll? You getting beer? Yeah. Lovely. Oh, thank you. Give that one a try now. Question number 2. What does the abbreviation NFL stand for to the likes of Tom Brady? What does the abbreviation NFL stand for to the likes of Tom Brady? Right, this is the next one from Beer 52. I'm hoping it's not quite as sweet as that last one was, the Cherry Bomb one. Cherry Hero even. This is Seven Brothers Hoppy Pale. Again, if you want to create a free beer, drop me a message from beer52.com. Free delivery, everything just free. There we go. Don't overflow. Schoolboy error. Question number 3. Which boxers are nicknamed the Gypsy King, Marvellous and Ordinary? 1 point for each. Which boxers are nicknamed the Gypsy King, Marvellous and Ordinary? 1 point for each. Question number 4 now. Question 4. Which country finished bottom of the 2020 Six Nations table? Which country finished bottom of the 2020 Six Nations table? Yeah, in fairness, going back to that Eric Dyer comment, he's been better at centre-half or centre-back than he has been in midfield for us for a long time. So I think we'll let him off. James says, if it wasn't for Shilton, Clements would have got many more caps. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he would have done. Yeah. Both very good keepers, but Shilton was amazing. What did I say? 2026 Nations table, that's going to be rugby. For Jenny there. I think that's just, yeah, it's just a kind of regular hoppy kind of beer. It's all right. It's all right. Question number 5 now. Question number 5. The Class of 92 is a movie that is based around which sport? The Class of 92 is a movie that is based around which sport? Chris, I've just seen your message pop up. You are more than welcome to a golden ticket, and I'm going to put the code in that chat window now for you. So if you go to the Beer 52 website, pop in that code, and then you'll get your free beer. Just in time for Christmas. Hey, you get, I think you'll get eight cans or bottles in a box, all different craft beer. 4 more left if anybody wants them. Question number 6 now. Question 6. How many events make up the heptathlon? How many events make up the heptathlon? Oh yeah, you get snacks in the box as well, don't you? Yeah, good point. Yeah, you get random kind of, yeah, snacks that go well with your beer. Yeah, they're normally one of the things I look forward to most, actually, when I open that box up to see what snacks you get, because they're always different. You don't normally find them in the shops. Yeah, and a magazine as well, although I'm not fussed about that. But if you're a real beer enthusiast, then yeah, you'll get a lot out of the magazine as well. Question number 7 now for 2 points. Who were the most recent players from Germany to win the men's and women's singles titles at Wimbledon? Who were the most recent players from Germany to win the men's and women's singles titles at Wimbledon? 1 point for each. Okay, your next question then. Question number 8. The Redskins, the Cowboys, and the Broncos represent which US cities in American football? The Redskins and the Cowboys and the Broncos represent which US cities in American football? 1 point for each. That is question number 8 in our sports round. Question number 9 for you now. Question 9. In which European city can you visit the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium? In which European city can you visit the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium? Question number 10 is for a further 3 points. Put these boxers into the correct order with the most knockouts first. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and David Haye. Put these boxers into the correct order with the most knockouts first. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and David Haye. All right, your next question. Which of these clubs are not in the top flight of women's football? Everton, Liverpool, or Tottenham Hotspur? Which of these clubs are not in the top flight of women's football? Everton, Liverpool, or Tottenham Hotspur? Question 12 is for 3 points again. Question 12. In which Winter Olympic events could you find stones, a brakeman, and a bully? In which Winter Olympic events could you find stones, a brakeman, and a bully? One point for each Winter Olympic event. Okay, your next question is question number 13. This one is for 4 points. Which 4 male tennis stars have won over 1,000 career professional matches? Which 4 male tennis stars have won over 1,000 career professional matches? 1 point for each. That's an obscene amount of matches to have won, you know, which means they've played more than that. It's crazy. Two more questions to go in this evening's quiz. As always, I can do repeats at the end, so you have a bit of thinking time as well as I do those repeats. Question 14. For 3 points, which 3 members of England's World Cup winning football side of 1966 had been awarded a knighthood? Which 3 members of England's World Cup winning football side of 1966 have been awarded a knighthood? 1 point for each. Your final question is for another 3 points to finish off this sports round. Question 15. Which 3 nations have won a gold medal in baseball at the Summer Olympic Games since it became an official Summer Olympic sport in 1992? Which 3 nations have won a gold medal in baseball at the Summer Olympic Games since it became an official Summer Olympic sport in 1992? Jenny's asking, was 12 a 3-pointer or a 1-pointer? For number 12, it's 3 points. Stones, a brakeman, and a bully are from 3 different Winter Olympic events for number 12. So, yeah, name those for 1 point each. Question 15 once more. Which 3 nations have won a gold medal in baseball at the Summer Olympic Games since it became an official Summer Olympic sport in 1992? Okay, so let me know if you want any more repeats in the comments now, and I'll do that for you. That's no problem. Whilst I wait for those to come in, remember a picture round will be shared right on this page that you're watching this video on now, the Big Quiz Night In's Facebook page. That will appear scheduled to post automatically at 9:30. So as soon as that's there, you can have a look at that. Share it with your friends if you want to. Chris says, poor Eric on his own again for this one. Blackpool Bar Stewards. So yeah, have fun with that picture round. Let me know how you do in the comments. Give it a like if you don't mind as well. Again, everything I post, the more interactions it gets from you. If you haven't got a top fan badge yet, you're likely to get one by interacting with these posts that I send out, especially the live videos and the picture rounds as well. If you could, that'd be great. So yeah, and the music round is already out there. So if you can't find it for whatever reason, I think it's on the main page as well. I will just have a quick look. I'm sure I posted it on the main page as well. But yeah, do have a listen to that. 15 songs. You hear 30 seconds of each song, and then you hear all of the last song. Name the title, name the artist or group that released it, and for this one, name the movie that it first featured in as well. So loads of great songs in that one. And that's posted over on Lima as well and then shared onto Facebook. So let me just check that it is there. Yes, yeah, I posted it 8 hours ago. So it's there if you look on the main page. Just click on the big Lima logo. I don't know why my picture's not there for this post, but that is the same link. It will take you straight to it. Question number 14 then. Let's go back to that for you, Sue. Question 14. Which 3 members of England's World Cup winning football side of 1966 have been awarded a knighthood? One point for each. Any more for any more in terms of repeats? Remember, in the description of this video, there are 2 links. There's one for Secret Santa 365 for the charity, and then if you'd like to support me, there's a Linktree link, which will take you to where you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. I share free quiz stuff on there all the time. And then on Lima, where I record audio clips. My TikTok as well, which is the latest one I'm doing. Some fun, short 1-minute videos there, or less than 1 minute. 1 question, try and beat the clock, see if you can get the answer right. I've just finished another kind of group of videos today that I've posted the last one of. So that's been a lot of fun to do. So if you or anybody you know is on TikTok, give us a follow over there too. And then, of course, you've got the Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon links and my merch store as well. Loads there. If you want Big Quiz Night In merch, it's all behind that link. Number 3. Okay, let's repeat number 3 for you then. Excuse me. Which boxers for number 3 are nicknamed the Gypsy King, Marvellous, and Ordinary? 1 point for each. Which boxers are nicknamed the Gypsy King, Marvellous, and Ordinary? Okay, I'm going to go through the answers then now, I think. Yes, I'll go through the answers. So, mark these off just like the previous 2 rounds. Let me know the scores in the comments. If you need me to repeat them again, let me know. Here we go with the answers for your final round of the evening, the sports round, or at least the final live round of the evening. So, question 1. In which sport might you see an Eskimo roll? It is canoeing. Question 2. The abbreviation NFL, to Tom Brady and the like, would be National Football League. 1 point for each correct word. Question 3. The boxers nicknamed Gypsy King, Marvellous and Ordinary are Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, Marvellous Marvin Hagler, and Ordinary Audley Harrison. Question 4. Which country finished bottom of the 2020 Rugby Six Nations table? It was Italy. Kayaking. Yeah, kayaking. You can have the point for kayaking. Apologies. Right, question number, where are we? Question number 5 now. The Class of 92 is a movie that's based around football. That is the famous Sir Alex Ferguson-led Manchester United team from 92 onwards. Question 6. How many events make up the heptathlon? It is 7. Question 7. Who were the most recent players from Germany to win the men's and women's singles titles at Wimbledon? Angelique Kerber and Michael Stitch. Question 8. The Redskins, the Cowboys and the Broncos represent which US cities in American football? It is the Washington Redskins, the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Yes. Question number 9. In which European city can you visit the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium? That is in Madrid. It's the home of Real Madrid. A couple of players missing from that squad this season, eh, Owen? Question 10. Put these boxers into the correct order with the most knockouts first. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder and David Haye. In the correct order with the most knockouts first, Deontay Wilder has had 41 knockouts. David Haye then with second place has 26. And then it's Anthony Joshua with 21. Question 11. Which of these clubs are not in the top flight of women's football? Between Everton, Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur, it's Liverpool. They were relegated last season. So the other 2 remain in the top flight. Question 12. In which Winter Olympic events could you find stones, a brakeman and a bully? It's curling for stones. That's what you push down the ice. A brakeman is in bobsleigh, because that's how they slow down. I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I imagine that's what the brakeman does. And the bully is in ice hockey. You have a bully off at the start of an ice hockey game, or when play is about to start. And question 13 was, which 4 male tennis stars have won over 1,000 career professional matches? You have Rafa Nadal, Ivan Lendl, Roger Federer, and Jimmy Connors. 1 point for each. Question 14, which 3 members of England's World Cup winning football squad side of 1966 have been awarded a knighthood? They are Bobby Charlton, Geoff Hurst, and Alf Ramsey. Reguilon is superb. Yes, he really is. Do you know, the only reason we've got him is because Zidane's son has fallen out with him. That's why they got rid of him. He was voted the best defender, was it, in the league last season when he was on loan. And they sold him because he fell out with the manager's son. Brilliant. And now we've got him. And if he likes it and he does well for us, he doesn't have to go back after that loan period's finished or the 2 season periods up, or whatever it is. Amazing player. And he got an assist for Spain as well yesterday, or the day before, whenever they played. Very good. Okay, question number 15. The final question was, which 3 nations have won a gold medal in baseball at the Summer Olympic Games since it became an official Summer Olympic sport in 1992? Jenny says, was Alf Ramsey a player? He was the manager, but I didn't say like the team, the players. The side implies all of them. Yeah, Zidane is an idiot. Yes. Owen. Okay, the answers were Cuba, USA, and South Korea. Cuba, the USA, and South Korea. So, tally up your scores and see how well you've done then. And let me know in the comments. Let's have a look. Remember to check those links in the description again before you go. Give us a follow elsewhere. We have a lot of fun across social media, so the more the merrier. Please do check those out before you go. And the charity link as well. If you click that link for the charity, go straight to their GoFundMe page and you can watch a nice little video of all the nice things they do to help people out. Tonight's topic, cheesy animal jokes. What has 4 legs and says A cow going backwards. Tee 20 points. Very good. Oh, James, the answers again for question 14. Bobby Charlton, Geoff Hurst, and Alf Ramsey. Freddie's Ficko's 24 points. 22 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. Susie and Sally, 18. Thank you for joining for your first time. I hope to see you again on Tuesday night if you can. Same time, same place. And then we're back again on Sunday and Tuesday again next week. So do tell your friends, get a team together for next time if you can. But the more the merrier in general. Okay, Dave says they got 23 points. Well done, thanks for coming along, guys. 22 for half a dozen. Donuts have got 26 points. 16 for Let's Get Quizzical. Hanging our heads in shame. Oh, well, I hope to see you back again on Tuesday. The 50th episode celebration. It's going to be good fun. 15, I still hate sports, says Tracy. Thank you for joining anyway. Team Danger, a rubbish 14. Worst ever. Oh, no. 26 for Back in Black. 22 for half a dozen, if I didn't say that already. 23 for Team Bath. Good scores all round, really, there, guys, I think. Well done. Great to see. Any more, let me know. Pop them in the comments. Thank you all for joining. It's been fun again, hasn't it? I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a good turnout tonight. Just over 30 people, or 30 devices watching this time. So that's good to see. We're getting those numbers back up there where they were towards the end of the first lockdown. It's really great. Thanks, Junior. Thank you for coming along, half a dozen. And good night to Blackpool Bar Stewards, to Freddie's Ficko's, Team Bath, On My Own. Erica drops a note in there saying thanks, you're welcome. Please do join me again. Yeah, look out for that picture round and the music round. You'll be able to find them both on this page for tonight. I posted them all today. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I look forward to seeing your answers. Have a guess at those. Do join me on Lima and then record your answers there if you want to. It's all about using your voice, that platform. 26 points for Inquisitors. Great fun, says Andy. Inquisitor's got 26 points and say, we like tennis. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you like that one. Right, yes. Tracy's going to watch I'm a Celebrity. See you all on Tuesday, she says. Good as always from Sarah. Luke says thank you. Great, guys. Really good to see you all here. Thank you for joining. And look out for the picture round coming in about 15 minutes or so over on the main page. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you same time next time for more of the same fun on episode 50.